Hello, 1050. How's all my awesomes doing? Good evening. Monday, 5:12 my time as I'm recording this right now. So apologies for the tardiness, but tried to let you know yesterday that I knew it was probably going to be evening before I had a chance to sit down and or stand up here, I guess now, and record this for you. Welcome to week 4. So kind of doing something a little different this week. You've noticed probably reading over perhaps already the week 4 overview, the assignments that are due. This weekend, work towards getting that first rough draft in for the learning writing narrative. So I provided you some additional tools, I feel like, to help us think about that. And we're going to go over those, some in this video and some in the next video to talk about. So I'm going to employ the KISS method this week, right? We're going to keep it simple, silly, and only focus on just our draft this week. There'll be no discussion board post this weekend, no readings due. I think there were some readings that are kind of brought over, perhaps from our schedule, but we're going to take a kind of a break from continuing to read in our book here. We'll pick this back up next week. But most importantly, this week, just want us to think about drafting Project 1. And I've given you an outline that I encourage you to follow, that I'd love for you to follow, that I think will help us all if we follow this and kind of think about it from that standpoint. So I've given you the outline here. We'll go over that here in a second. This is kind of a little bit, I don't say a rehash, a reminder, probably a better way of putting that, of kind of the body paragraphs, really what we want to talk about when it comes to your sticky writing idea, when you write that section of kind of the body paragraphs, if you will, right? In the introduction, kind of our body paragraphs, and we have our conclusion. So we're going to talk about that sticky writing idea, kind of what is it? Where did we get it? Kind of like the origin story behind it, maybe who delivered it to us, how did we get it? I've seen a lot of good posts about those over the weekend. So I'm still reading through those. I'll get those graded and stuff like that for you in a couple of days. But those are really sounding good, right? So I think about those in this section here, and of course addressing which of the 6 principles, right, that they go with. And so here, can we kind of talk about the meat and potatoes, if you will? We're trying to think about the sticky principle. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Try to come up with 3 for a draft. So I have our introduction. I talk about the sticky writing idea, how we got it, where it came from, and then we move into talking about which of the sticky principles does apply, right? Which ones do we think made it sticky, right? Why do we remember those things, right? Was it simple? Was it unexpected, concrete, credible? Was there an emotional attachment to it, or emotional connection of some way, or perhaps given it to us that way? Or was there a story behind it? And the story behind it is why it sticks out to you, right? That's why we remember it. And then I kind of got this section we talked a little bit about last week, and this is kind of the section where we talk about, well, what do we still need work on? So what do we feel? And I like to think about these in terms of comfortability level, right? So the sticky writing idea maybe that we've used a lot, whether it's outlining, getting our ideas down on paper, these kinds of things ahead of time to help us write. Then throughout writing too, what are the things that perhaps we feel like not as comfortable with? I don't feel as comfortable using commas, or I don't feel as comfortable with the flow of the paper. I don't feel as comfortable with transitioning. I don't feel as comfortable with whatever it is, right? There's no wrong answer. What is it for you? That's why I call it sticky writing ideas needed, right? So maybe we need to think about a sticky writing idea for that concept to help us think about those down the road. So whatever that is, and we're going to use those later. So share those with us. And then, of course, we'll wrap it up with a conclusion, right? We talk about why are we talking about stickiness to begin with, right? And help ourselves think about how these concepts of sticky writing concepts, or the concept of stickiness, help us think about our writing later on. Okay. And as I said, we're not going to be doing any of these readings, so I'm taking care of those. So the only thing that's due this week is our Project 1 Learning Writing Narrative rough draft, due Sunday. So nothing due Friday, just due on Sunday. All right. So that's kind of an overview. I'll be back more specifically to talk about the template that I posted, right, and show you how best to use that. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right. You guys stay safe and stay awesome. Bye now.